Port Desire, a city that don't belong to anyone, but everyone wants a piece. No laws, no oversight, just the jungle creeping back in, both the vines and the people. The mayor stepped in where the government couldn't, said the city needed order, and they'd be the ones to bring it, keeping the peace on their terms. I walked away from it all, kept my hands in dirt instead of blood. But desire is a fickle mistress. The city won't let me go. It won't forget my name. I asked for nothing, and they still came and took everything. The mayors and anyone that stands in my way, every last one of them. They're gonna learn something real simple. You reap what you sow.
Hello, I'm Louise Blaine, creative lead here at Blumhouse Games, and I'm back with the second episode in our Crisol Theatre of Idols Setting the Stage series. If you missed the first video, you can click the link on screen now to find out more about the origins and inspirations behind the cursed island of Tormentosa. This time though, I'm diving deeper into the enemies just itching to meet Gabriel on his journey. So, reload that spiked pistol and let's head into the storm. If you've seen any Crisol gameplay, chances are you'll recognise this lot. These lurching nightmares are known as the Astiados, which is Spanish for splinter. These idols are based on the traditional painted statuettes of Spanish religious iconography. Living firmly in Uncanny Valley territory, the various kinds of Astiados in Crisol also replicate the suffering of their real-life counterparts, often crying or agonisingly tortured. And one big difference from other games is that headshots, well, they don't make a single bit of difference in Tormentosa. Shoot off the head, torso, or even legs, and the Astiados will continue in their relentless pursuit. Add in a suite of different ways to skewer and flambe Gabriel, and these are a dangerous force to be reckoned with. Yes, even the one that the team at Vermilla lovingly refer to as Mr. Moo. But the danger doesn't stop with the Astiados. The team knew they needed more unique creations and realised that if the Astiados represented the wooden splinters of statues, they could look to other architectural staples for other enemies. Stone statues became tank-like juggernauts, oil paintings slimy monstrosities, and the wax of giant church candles transformed into the Therios, the fluttering, diabolical, flaming cherubs of Gabriel's nightmares. It was a fun process for the team, with so much rich culture from Spain to inspire the creation of a sea of monstrosities. And finally, last but by no means least, we have Dolores, who is no mere enemy, but a key character in the lore of Crisol. As Gabriel's antagonist and endless pursuer, she is an intelligent and terrifying foe. Dolores herself is almost a huge version of a reliquary, or a container of holy relics, but with the corrupted remains still inside. And no, you can't take her down with mere bullets, even if they are blood-powered. Stealth and just plain running away is your only option when faced with this gargantuan foe. So that's a quick behind-the-scenes look at the enemies of Tormentosa. Crisol Theatre of Idols has a demo on Steam now, and you'll be able to play on PC, PS5 and Xbox Series in 2026. Don't forget to subscribe to Blumhouse Games to make sure you have all the latest news and updates from our dev teams.
spring comes, I'm leaving town. I'm going to Midgar. I'm gonna be a soldier. The best of the best, like Sephiroth.
Sephiroth, the war hero? I know he died in an accident 5 years ago. They said so on the news.
Maybe they did. But I've got a feeling he's still alive.
You are too weak to save anyone. Not even yourself. You have failed again, I see. But through suffering, you will grow strong.
Shut up!
Cloud, lend me your strength. Let us defy destiny together.
Welcome to a world where everything is a work of art, and you grow by absorbing it all. Hi, I'm Yarden Weisbrot, director and producer of Grime 2, the sequel to the highly esteemed 2021 Grime. In the first game you explored a world obsessed with how it came to be. The follow-up is about a world that moved past that obsession and onto another, the act of creation itself, where everything has been created by a long history of artists. At its core, Grime 2 is about variety and exploration. In each area, you will obtain abilities by stealing the shapes of your foes. Consume the most powerful of them to discover secret paths and game-changing skills. As you increase your collection of powers, you will be able to create powerful and creative builds and even discover new ways to interact with the world. Available to you are the classic dash and parry, but with multiple twists. For example, dash isn't just a defensive tool. You can use it to steal abilities from your foes, stagger them by slamming into them, and even kick environmental hazards at them. In addition, there is a third ability available to you from the get-go, Grasp. Much like dash, Grasp 2 can be used in many ways. Some examples are parrying from a distance, activating traps, and stealing health from enemies. All these abilities and much more can be further enhanced in the formless skill tree. You are free to play however you want. As you push forward, you'll unlock new movement abilities that chain together effortlessly, opening up new paths and hidden spaces. Platforming becomes instinctive, fluid, fast, and deeply rewarding. Face off against a relentless array of strange creatures, each posing their own unique challenge. From the towering blade mammoth to the agile, faceless bishop, combat flows with momentum. Dodge, strike, and summon living molds to fight at your side, creating perfect moments for brutal follow-ups. And this world It's more than a backdrop. You'll move not just across it, but through it, diving into deep layers, vast hubs, and cities pulsing with secrets and opportunity. Grime 2 isn't just a journey, it's a test of reflexes, of mastery, of your curiosity and how far you're willing to go to satisfy it.
Dad, there's something in here with me. I think it's stalking me.
Ben, get out of there! My son, I hope that you are still alive, and that you can hear this. Evil men have taken over our airship. Talus is fighting them off, but there are hundreds of them landing in ships all over the Endeavor. This was a planned attack. They must have had spies aboard. They are reprogramming our robots, and have shut down Talus. He can be a great protector. Try to get him up and running.
Welcome back to Transport Fever 3 First Look. Today we're diving into core traffic systems and infrastructure construction tools, and there's a lot of ground to cover. Realistic traffic flow is critical to your game world feeling authentic, so we've made the world traffic smarter. Cars will change lanes or overtake the heavy hauler that is clogging up traffic if it helps them get to their destination faster. Smarter traffic needs better roads, so we've overhauled the road construction tools to be easier to work with and more flexible, while offering you more control over how your road network handles traffic. Creating road junctions that intersect at any angle is now simple, allowing you to create either incredibly realistic or entirely dangerous intersections depending on your goals. You also have new options for controlling the paths the traffic will follow in the form of full lane controls. Demolishing roads as you make new plans or upgrade your network will now restore the natural environment, reintroducing trees and terrain. Public transport is also significantly upgraded as new catchment areas are easier to read and readily expandable. Every station in the game is modular, and specialist add-on buildings are available to not only extend their reach, but also increase passenger comfort or increase station capacity. This makes passengers happier, and happy passengers are crucial to making towns a desirable place to live. Obviously, cargo specialisation was covered in depth in the last video, so we won't cover it again here. Rail construction has also evolved with 3 distinct track types rated by speed. The faster the track, the greater the pollution and higher the maintenance cost. There's no such thing as the best track choice anymore. Now you'll want to use the right track for each service. New signalling and route options also help out here, as you can choose which lines get priority in busy areas. No more waiting for your massive freight train to pass through while your express sits at a red signal, with the passengers becoming increasingly irate. Towns are your main focal point in Transport Fever 3. Keeping populations happy and well supplied keeps them growing. The fight to reduce road traffic gets a big boost with massively upgraded tram tools. Extend or reposition tram tracks to use whichever lane keeps it moving most effectively, and both pedestrian crossings and traffic lights can be moved to make sure that the downtown rush hour is something your citizens never need to experience. Pollution will negatively impact a town and its local region, with noise significantly affecting residential areas. To truly stay on top of the problem, you will want to make use of noise barriers to mitigate sound, while tree-lined avenues help reduce pollution. If you need more space to run your network, you can also take your trams underground. Building below your town using the new underground construction mode helps eliminate noise and pollution while providing excellent passenger capacity. It is an expensive option, but can have a profound impact on commuter times and overall satisfaction. Trams are now also able to operate as light rail, running independently of roads and connecting to traditional rail, allowing you to integrate hybrid services simply. Keeping all these services running efficiently requires maintenance, and we've overhauled the way this is conducted and the impact it has on your fleet. Any vehicle that is not adequately maintained will see its top speed, power, comfort rating, noise and pollution get worse. The good news is that we have 2 solutions: depots and maintenance buildings. Depots have limited capacity for vehicle maintenance, only able to handle a few vehicles simultaneously. As your reach and size of your fleet expands, dedicated maintenance buildings are the way to go, having a far larger catchment area and capacity. They will help you keep your vehicles in top condition. Planning out your routes more effectively is important to ensure that every vehicle receives enough maintenance, but we make this a little easier to handle with upgrades to the waypointing system, enabling you to take your surface vehicles off their most direct route in order to ensure they are well maintained. Aircraft aren't left out either, as you now have control over the path they will follow on every flight. This can be used to divert planes away from residential areas to avoid noise. You may master a profitable economy quickly in Transport Fever 3, but that's only half the challenge. Provide an excellent service to each town to keep growth positive, but don't introduce too much pollution. Keep passenger wait times down to please the population, but watch out for excessive noise. Having a positive bank balance will help resolve these problems, but serving towns well will take more than money alone. And town development ultimately drives the success of your transport company. That's a topic to cover in another video.
We've walked through hell, but paradise is just ahead. We've buried loved ones along the trail, but hope has never left our side. We face the darkest depths of human nature. The wildlife. The dangerous roads. The beasts of the night. And the angry skies. We knew the West would test us, but the real question is, can this land become our home?